today I'll be reacting to two-sentence horror stories by Dystopia. You can go check them out after this video, and because they're the ones making all of these videos. They're shorts. Let's start.
This reflection in the mirror stopped moving, right when she did. But when she turned to face me, I saw that her reflection was still staring straight ahead. My wife's reflection...
That's creepy.
I heard scratching at the window, but when I looked out, there was nobody there. The scratching continued until I realized that it was coming from inside the house.
Who was scratching? Who was scratching? So they're scratching at the window. He went to check, and there wasn't anything there, but then he realized it was coming from inside the house. That's kind of confusing, because if you heard it at this specific... No, it's confusing and creepy.
I woke up to find my wife missing. As I searched the house, I found a note that said, "I've taken our son. You'll never see him again." I woke up to find my wife missing. As I searched the house, I found a note that said, "I've taken our son. You'll never see him again."
Oh, it's confusing me. I think I'm too dumb to figure this one out. I'm confused. I'm checking the comments. Plot twist: the reason his wife left with her son is because he was... I'm confused. I'm confused still. Let's go to the next video.
As I tucked my daughter into bed, she whispered, "Daddy, there's somebody in my closet." I opened the closet to reveal an empty space, but when I turned around, my daughter was gone.
Was she in the closet? What? There's somebody in my closet. He went to check. The closet was empty. He turned around, the daughter was gone. I'm not getting some of these. These are two-sentence horror stories. Let's continue.
I went to check on my daughter in the middle of the night and found her staring at the wall, talking to someone I couldn't see.
A ghost?
When I asked her who she was talking to, she replied, "The man in the corner."
She was staring at the wall, not the corner. A ghost. She was talking to a ghost.
As I walked down the hallway, the light bulbs started flickering. When they finally went out, I realized that something was following me in the darkness. As I walked down the hallway, the light bulbs started flickering.
Wait, so the light's flickering, and then he realized it was only following him in the darkness, so just bring a flashlight to find out what it was. Well, is there... I was gonna say, is there a horror game on that? Maybe so. There's also movies on that, like Lights Out. Next
I found
one.
an old diary in the attic that belonged to the previous owner of our house. As I read through it, I realized that the writer had been keeping track of my every move.
A stalker.
I was watching TV when the news announced that a killer was on the loose in my neighborhood. As I turned off the TV, I heard a knock at the door.
Was it the killer? You're not gonna explain who it was? Okay.
I woke up to find my daughter's doll standing at the foot of my bed. As I reached out to move it, I felt its cold plastic hand grab mine.
That one had a jump scare. Kind of. there's a full video. If you guys want to see the full video, like this video so I know to check out that full video.
I heard my dog barking in the middle of the night, so I went to check on her. When I got to her room, she was standing in the corner, staring at the wall. I heard my...
This has a full video too, or is that the same one? I don't know.
As I walked through the cemetery, I heard footsteps behind me. When I turned around, there was nobody there. As I walked through the cemetery, I woke up to find my son's bed empty.
What are the comments on this one?
I woke
The
up
X
to
is
find
right next to the arrow. I'm trying to close the comments. I can't. I'll be with you guys once I figure out how to close these. I got the comments closed.
I woke up to find my son's bed empty. As I searched the house, I found
Is
a
he in
note
the
that
closet?
said, "I've taken him to the place where I lost my own son." I woke up to find my son's bed empty.
Yeah, but why though?
I found an old photo of my family in the attic. There was a stranger standing in the background. When I asked my parents about it, they said they'd never seen the person before.
Previous house
I
owner.
found an old photo of my family in the attic. There was a stranger standing in the background. When I asked my parents...
Okay, I didn't realize he said old photo of my family. And that person. It's a ghost. The answers are all ghosts now.
about it, I heard my son laughing in his room, but when I went to check on him, he was fast asleep. As I left the room, I heard the laughter continue.
I think we've seen this one. Yeah, because this was part 14, and then I started from the beginning. Let's continue anyways.
As I lay in bed, I heard scratching on my bedroom door. When I opened it, I found my dog outside, whimpering with bloody paw prints leading into the darkness. As I lay in bed,
What? Your dog scratching at the door and bloody paw prints leading to the darkness? I don't think that's your dog. This is creepy. No, you aren't. No. What? Hold on. Okay, there's nothing in the house. Also, that behind me, that thing moving, that's Jingle, our dog. So, he's in the room with me now. Okay, he just left. As soon as I introduced him, he just left. Next one.
my daughter always talked to her imaginary friend. One day, I saw a child's handprint on the inside of her bedroom window.
Wait a minute. I don't like this. Does this have a full video too? Well, I'm not watching that again.
My daughter always talked... After my grandma's funeral, I couldn't stop smelling her perfume in my room. When I checked her old vanity, I found a note saying, "I'm not gone yet."
Okay. Next one.
I kept hearing whispers coming from the attic.
No.
When I went up to investigate, I found a hidden room with a chair facing a one-way mirror.
No. No. There's a full video on that one too. Okay, if you want to see that one, like the video as well. You guys can comment down below which one you want me to react to. Let's continue. Oh, I skipped one.
My wife always complained about the cold spot in our bedroom. One night I woke up to find her sleeping next to me, but her body was ice cold.
Yeah, because
My
she
wife
froze
always
to
complained
death.
about the cold spot in our bedroom. One night I woke up to find her sleeping next to me.
Why is your wife sleeping next to you a weird thing? I thought that was normal. I mean, I'm not married, so I don't know. Next one.
I found a locked diary in my new apartment. As I flipped through the pages, I realized every entry was about me.
A locked diary about you? It's not a diary. It's a journal. A stalker's journal.
I entered an empty elevator, but it started going down instead of up.
Oh, we're in the back
The
rooms
doors
now.
opened to reveal a dark underground floor that wasn't on the building's layout. I entered an empty elevator.
Are you sure that's not the basement?
While browsing through old family photos, I noticed a figure standing behind me in every picture, getting closer with each photo.
It's his demon. What'd it say? You were just a baby? Okay. It's his demon that stuck with him ever since he was born.
I moved into a new house and discovered a hidden room in the basement. Inside, I found photographs of me from different angles and times, all labeled with my name.
I hear crying.
I moved it.
I woke up to the sound of laughter,
Oh, this is different.
coming from the closet. When I opened it, my daughter's lifeless body fell out. Her eyes were wide open, and a smile carved into her face.
How do you not notice that your daughter is suddenly just gone? How do you not notice that? Next one.
I found an old camcorder in the attic, and decided to watch the tapes. The footage showed my childhood, but there were always glimpses of a faceless figure, watching me from a distance.
I was backing away waiting for a jump scare. That wasn't as bad, but I'm not going to sleep.
I woke up paralyzed, unable to move or speak.
Oh, sleep paralysis.
I saw
Never
a
had
shadowy
that
figure
before.
standing at the foot of my bed, whispering words I couldn't understand.
I don't know why sleep paralysis just isn't scary to me. I guess I don't have that fear.
While exploring an abandoned building, I found a room covered in strange symbols. As I took a step back, the symbols started glowing, and the door slammed shut.
That's obviously a demon.
My dad has been missing for a year now. Sometimes I can still hear his voice at night.
Okay.
My dad has been missing. I opened my eyes under the water while swimming alone, and saw a blurry figure in front of me.
That's horrifying. That's it? I mean,
After
two
my brother's
sentences.
accident, I keep catching him standing in the corner of my room while I'm sleeping, staring at me the entire night.
And that's creepy.
After my
How?
brother's accident,
How is that creepy?
my reflection in the mirror started moving on its own, mimicking my every move perfectly. But when I tried to step away, it kept going, revealing a sinister grin.
Don't mirrors do that? Don't they just do that normally? Like mimic you? Don't mirrors just normally mimic you? How is that creepy? Like a mirror mimicking you.
I couldn't sleep, feeling like I was being watched. When I turned on the night vision camera, I saw dozens of pairs of glowing eyes surrounding my bed.
Set me free.
Oh my
I
god,
couldn't
there's
sleep.
another video. There's a lot of videos. Like the video and comment down below which one you want to see. So far we have gone through 3. Oh, also, this is about the mirror thing. That's just normal mirror behavior. Just a mirror copying what you're doing is normal. Or am I just too dumb to get this? Why a mirror copying you is creepy. I think I just skipped that one. Let's
I
go
stumbled
back.
upon an old well in the forest and decided to peer inside. The
Ronald?
darkness seemed endless until a voice whispered,
You're going to hell.
Okay, that's Ronald
stumbled-
McDonald. Ronald is in the hole.
In the old cemetery, I noticed fresh footprints leading to a grave. As I read the name, I realized it belonged to someone who had died just yesterday.
That happens all the time.
I woke up to find my entire family gathered around my bed, their lifeless eyes fixed upon me. Then, I saw myself lying motionless among them.
And I realized I was dead.
I woke up to find my
Okay.
entire family gathered around my...
That's normal.
While walking in the woods, I stumbled upon a clearing filled with mutilated animal corpses. Among the carnage, I noticed a note saying,
You're next.
Are you an animal? Because if you're an animal, that makes sense. They're just hunting, I guess.
I found a box hidden in my basement, filled with photographs of missing children. As I looked closer, I recognized my own face in one of the pictures, labeled Found. I found a box.
He was one of the missing children. Okay, let's continue.
My reflection in the mirror started aging rapidly, withering away before my eyes. Terrified, I tried to escape, but the mirror refused to release my decaying image.
I'm confused. How did you try to escape? Is there something can you escape from a mirror? Is there something I'm not getting? How can you escape? I'm very confused about that one.
I found an old journal that belonged to my great-grandfather. As I read through the entries, I realized he was documenting his descent into cannibalism and madness.
After escape,
I found-
slower. Let's continue.
In the abandoned hospital, I discovered a room covered in strange symbols and bloodstains. Suddenly, the symbols began to glow, and the walls started closing in on me.
Another glowing one. These are just demons, don't worry.
I received a text message from my deceased best friend saying, "I miss you." As I replied, another message came through.
You shouldn't have buried me alone.
I received a text message.
What does that mean? What does "you shouldn't have buried me alone" mean? Is it insinuating that he killed his best friend and buried her, or him or her somewhere? I'm confused again.
My daughter brought home an antique doll from the thrift store. Every night, I hear it whispering in her room, telling her secrets that only I know. Secrets I can't escape.
Like, what?
My daughter brought home an ant. I awoke to the sound of scratching beneath my bed. When I looked over the edge, I saw my own severed hand reaching out, desperately trying to pull me under.
I've been waiting for you.
I have to check under my bed now, hang on. Good news, I didn't find anything under my bed. If I did, that would have been one skinny demon. Maybe my demon moved somewhere else. Let's continue.
As I explored the abandoned asylum, I found a room filled with drawings depicting my deepest fears and insecurities. Each
Oh.
drawing seemed to come to life before my eyes.
That's because you drew them yourself, and you're not in abandoned insane asylum. That's just your insane asylum. You lived there and you drew those. Logical.
I discovered a hidden passage in my house, leading to a room covered in mirrors. When I stepped inside, the reflections didn't match my movements, revealing distorted faces.
The mirror room. Let's go to the mirror room. Or maybe not.
As I'm falling asleep, I feel as if I'm being watched. I turn over and open my eyes to see if anyone was there. Laying next to me was somebody whose eye sockets were bigger than their eyeballs. Their mouth was disfigured, hanging off of their face. That's when I realized that's what happened to my mom.
So I was thinking it was a skeleton at first. Like, is it a skeleton? But is his mom a skeleton?
Mommy? What are you doing? Are you okay?
I don't like this video.
Mommy?
Mom?
I thought there was going to be a jump scare. Let's continue.
I told my older brother to fix the water heater before I took my nap. I woke up to the sounds of screaming and rushing water. When I went to check it out, I met my brother in the hallway. His skin was boiled and blistered. His eyes were sunken and bloodshot, and his lips were gone. I told my older brother to fix the water heater before.
Oh, he left the water running before the water heater exploded. That's probably what happened.
My sister had something in her eye and started to itch. She just kept itching and itching and itching. Then she stopped, slowly walking toward me, whispering, "I can see it now."
It can see me.
These demons are getting too powerful.
I was about to perform heart surgery when the patient suddenly woke up, a horrifying grin stretching across their face. They whispered, "You can't kill what's already dead," before lunging at me with an unearthly strength. I was about to perform.
Okay, so you were just performing heart surgery on a demon.
I woke up in the middle of the night to find my bedroom window open. Before I could react, a skeletal hand emerged from the darkness,
The skeleton.
silencing my screams. I saw the creature's glowing red eyes
It's a
before it
Grim
dragged me
Reaper. It's
away
the
into the
Grim
night.
Reaper. It was just the Grim Reaper.
I decided to investigate the strange noises in my attic one night. As I climbed the stairs, a putrid stench filled my nose, and my heart raced with fear. When I opened the attic door, I was confronted with countless mirrors reflecting distorted images of myself, all filled with agony.
That was like I forget what number it was, but that was like the mirror room one where he saw disformed or disfigured people in the mirror. Maybe it was that person that he saw.
We had just moved into our dream home, but something malevolent resided within.
It's haunted.
Every night, the walls whispered dreadful secrets, and the
It's
floorboards
haunted.
creaked under unseen footsteps. One
Your house
evening, we
is
discovered a
haunted.
hidden room in the basement. Its walls adorned with horrifying photographs of our own family, captured in torturous poses. We had just...
Okay, maybe it's not haunted.
I received a mysterious package containing an old, tattered doll. Intrigued, I placed it on my shelf, only to hear eerie giggles late at night. One evening, I found
Is
the
it
doll
Lily?
sitting on my pillow, holding a pair of scissors, with a chilling note that said,
Let's play a game.
It's probably Lily or Jigsaw.
I woke up to find myself trapped in a small, pitch-black room. Panic surged through me as I reached for my phone, only to realize it was gone. In the darkness,
kidnapped.
I noticed scratches on the walls and read a message written in blood.
You're not alone in here.
You were rather kidnapped? or put in an escape room, or I don't know. Let's continue.
I discovered an ancient diary in the attic, filled with disturbing entries about a demonic entity that demanded sacrifices. Dismissing it as superstition, I laughed it off. That night, as I lay in bed, a low growl filled the room.
They thought a demon was superstitious? They just
And a pair of blood-red eyes
whatever's coming to
glared
them.
at me before the demon devoured me whole.
You were the sacrifice the entire time. I'm moving off the screen because this was... I don't know what this is. But they were the sacrifice the entire time, and they thought the demon was superstitious. They deserved that. They deserved to be consumed by that demon.
The haunted painting fascinated me, so I decided to buy it. But once it hung on my wall, the serene portrait transformed. The figure's eyes followed my every move, and the paint peeled away, revealing decaying flesh and bone underneath. The haunted painting.
Oh, it's haunted. Yeah, that painting's obviously haunted.
I found an old photograph of my deceased wife, with her eyes scratched out. It sent shivers down my spine. I placed it face down on my nightstand before going to sleep. In the dead of night, I woke up to find my wife's cold, lifeless gaze staring at me from the foot of the bed. I found...
Your wife's a ghost. Nobody panic.
In an empty parking lot, a disheveled man offered me a ride home. Against my better judgment, I accepted. During the drive,
I don't know what I was expecting, but it was not that face. And I was not expecting it to be facing me. I'm the passenger in this situation.
he shared intimate details about my life, things only I
I
knew,
thought I was driving
before
the
revealing
car.
a sinister grin and saying,
You shouldn't have trusted a stranger.
Some strangers are bad. Some strangers are good. Most of them are bad. Let's continue.
I loved exploring the woods near my home as a young boy. One day, I stumbled
There's
upon
woods
an abandoned
involved.
cabin and decided to investigate.
This isn't gonna go so well.
Inside, I discovered a room covered in drawings of my own face, each one depicting a different horrifying fate. As I turned to leave, the door slammed shut, trapping me inside.
Okay, but what face did come of you?
The scratching sounds coming from my closet were impossible to ignore, but my husband brushed them off as my imagination. Determined to uncover the source, one night I mustered the courage to open the closet door. To my horror, I found a hidden passage, leading to a twisted and macabre world, filled with grotesque creatures eager to escape into our reality.
Our reality? They didn't even mention something like that. Okay, let's continue.
My friends and I decided to spend the night in an abandoned asylum, seeking a thrill.
Why is it playing?
As darkness
music?
engulfed the eerie building, we heard whispers echoing through the hallways, growing louder and more menacing. One by one, my friends vanished, leaving me alone with the vengeful spirits that still haunted those cursed walls.
Well, I think that's a good place to end it off. If you want to see more reactions to this channel, hit that like button. And if you want to see more reactions and gameplay, click that subscribe button. Oh, and if you want to check out these videos or this channel called Dystopia, I will link the channel in the description down below, so you could check it out if you want to. And Dystopia did all the hard work. I was just reacting, so go check them out. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye.